Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so if you are new here, I am an intuitive reader, and so I actively receive in from spirit different visions, images. I mean, they're talking to me, and I also use tarot cards. So we'll use a blend of that during the reading today to really make sure we are, and that I am delivering your message. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. I've also went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading, so you will notice that for any of you who are also sensitive to the spiritual realm. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I am getting a vision in from spirit. It's interesting because they're showing me like you flying as if you were a bird in the sky right now. Yes. Okay. And so, yeah, so you're a bird here and you're in the sky. And I see you kind of like moving with the wind. Okay. And it's interesting because it feels like I'm seeing there's a storm coming. And you're kind of like flying right before it. Like it's still a ways off a bit, but it's kind of like it's windy as if there's a storm coming. And you're the bird in the sky, just kind of like, I almost feel like you're kind of enjoying this, like the extra wind that's here, and it's giving you some sort of like boost to the experience you're having. Of flying, which seems really cool. There's something delightful here, but that's really interesting. So there's definitely a storm. Yeah, and we're seeing some of the rain as well. It's almost like it's drizzling too. Okay, but again, you're not quite in the storm. It's just kind of that, like, you know when it's like lightly gray and really windy and it's kind of whipping around? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, so that feels really clear. And there's something, I'm hearing there's something on the ground that you'll want to explore and investigate. Good, I'm just writing some of this down so we can capture some of this message today. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, let's get into it. I wanna get a little bit deeper here because I'm seeing this storm. Can we talk about that? Okay, so I think, do you want to talk about that? All right, so what is this storm spirit? Yeah, because we're seeing this storm, but again, you're not quite in it. But it seems like you're enjoying what's around it, which is interesting. I just see you really kind of like liberated here. Okay, I gave you the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is so interesting. Look at this. This is actually what I'm seeing. It's like, this is the color of the clouds that I'm seeing, and kind of like that almost like pre-storm. It's actually what it looks like. You see how the wind's kind of like moving through this person's, I don't know what they're wearing here. Yeah, this actually is coming through as almost like you. Yes, this is almost like it's coming in with the energy of the bird. Which, you know, is a being who's very comfortable with the air and with the storms and things like that, right? So, yeah, okay, so that's what this feels like. Again, there's kind of this, you see this person's face? They look really content here. Yeah, there's something like you're kind of just enjoying this, which I like. Okay, so what's the storm then? Oh, here's the storm. Yeah. Okay, and here's like, it's coming through as like, I'm seeing a lot of rain with this card. I don't know if it's actually in the card. I don't think it is, but like, that's what I'm seeing. That's what Spirit's showing me. You see the storm cloud here? Yes, so there's a lot of rain. It feels like there's a tower. Is this upright? Yeah. And this card? Wow, there's the rain. 3 of Swords. Okay, is this upcoming? Yeah, for some of you, this energy, this storm is sort of like it's here. it's kind of present. It's almost like you can see it and it's there. So for some of you, that's the energy. For others of you, you may already kind of be entering into kind of a bit of what this Tower and the Three of Swords represents. For some of you, it's coming through as like a wave of grief. Could be part of it. Okay. For someone here, this is really specific. It's almost like I'm hearing it's a breakup that you know is coming. A breakup you know is coming, and that breakup doesn't have to be with necessarily a romantic partner or partners, okay? This actually can speak to a breakup of any sense. So maybe it's with a client, maybe it's with a friend, okay? So it could be outside of yourself. It also could be, this is interesting because they're showing the Three Swords through the heart now. It may be a part of yourself, or maybe a way you've operated up to this point that's falling away. Yeah, they're showing me the crown coming off this tower. It's like tumbling away. Maybe something that had you too rigid, too stuck. Something that had you, there's almost a false sense of control with this crown as the way it's coming through from spirit. There's like a false sense of control. And I actually don't feel like this tower is a bad thing, okay? It's actually not coming through. Again, you're kind of looking at this and I'm not getting the sense that there's a lot of like dread here, and that's definitely not the point of this reading. I actually feel like it's some sort of change and transformation. That's what the tower represents, that's upcoming. So that feels really, really strong here. Again, I just keep seeing all the like storm. You see the storm around here, and again, it's raining. So that's what's in the middle of this. Yep. For some of you, this is going to be very unexpected. But regardless, it's intended to put you in the energy of transformation and to give you, I'm hearing, additional information that you needed to know. Okay. Yeah, it honestly, it feels like something that, again, it's going to come up, but but the intention here, it doesn't feel bad. I don't know why. These cards would kind of say otherwise, but it actually doesn't feel bad. It feels like it's somehow supportive of your growth. Okay, so let's keep going with this. Can we get a little more information on this? Just a little bit more? Okay. Ooh, Temperance. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, for someone here, this is unexpected. This Temperance card, usually it can speak to like timing and divine timing. This is coming through in reverse as almost like, I'm hearing there was no good time for this. It just kind of like needed to come up. It just needed to happen. And also it's coming out upright as well because, like, again, you're being supported. You're being spiritually guided here. This is actually aligned with kind of what your soul needs to be doing with this energy. But I don't get the sense that, I think what's going to be on full display here is the fact that you don't have control of this and you don't have control of life. I honestly feel like that's part of what's coming up here within this. It feels a bit like a lesson in a way, but what's coming up is just like, yeah, this actually was never, this crown was never yours to hold to begin with, okay? That's actually your soul's source. Your not even your spirit team necessarily, it's just like your soul and source, and the way source is channeled through your soul. Like, that's the only one who like has the plan, okay? That's the only one who has the playbook for your life, if another way we could say that, okay? So it almost feels like something that I think you had been really holding on to in a way, and I think it was giving you a false sense of control. Something comes in to kind of just shift this away. It's almost like the storm you see coming, but it's almost like, again, there's this energy here. You see, again, kind of just look at this Page of Swords. Again, this is coming through as you in this reading. It doesn't, matter what your astrological sign is or anything like that. Like this is coming through as you, okay? And like you're looking at it and being okay with it. Or, you know, there's sort of like a contentment within your soul about this. Like, yeah, this is the storm I need to weather. Or this is the one that needs to roll through. Okay. Anything else on this? Okay, yeah, there's a little bit more they want to say on this. Okay, what else do you have to say? They're showing me the sun right now on this temperance card. So I feel like the sun is going to come out. This is so interesting. We have Ace of Swords now. The Ace of Swords after the Page of Swords. Yeah, so the Ace of Swords is coming through here like, it's so interesting how Spirit's sending this through. It's almost like attuned to your soul. It's like again, you're holding a sword here, and this is the sword. The Ace of Swords is the sword. Okay, so there is some sort of like knowing here in your soul about what this is and what's coming, but again, it doesn't feel conscious to you necessarily. Some of you may have a sense of what this is. Again, I do see some of you like looking at the storm being like, yep, I know that's coming. I know this breakup's coming. I know, like that's not a surprise for me. Or yes, you know, this upset was going to happen. Or yes, I had been holding on too strongly to this. Okay, so it feels like part of it. But I feel like honestly what's coming through here, it's partially like because the pages are kind of a student. They're like a student energy. I keep talking about this energy of a lesson here, but it's almost like the Ace of Swords is the lesson that the Page of Swords is learning. Okay, yeah, and it feels like it's something around control. It's something around control and what you actually have control over and what you don't, and specifically how to like anchor deeper into your soul. Yes. Is that right? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Interesting. Some of you, this is an interesting message. Okay, some of you are at this moment where you're the bird in the sky. You are in some ways aware of the storm. Some of you have your eyes closed, some of you don't. Okay, just like this person on this card. Okay, and that's actually how the Hanged Man is coming in. It's like, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. And also you're just kind of like, well, I'm not gonna take any steps towards this. I'm not going to do anything to change this. There's almost like a kind of like let it happen energy here. For some of you, you may feel a bit frozen of like, you know, there's not much I can do about this. And I feel like Spirit has a little bit more to say on that. What else? Is that? Okay. What else? This card. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Stay grounded. This is the message I was giving. Stay grounded. Okay, this is intended to teach you how to anchor into a deeper part of yourself, how to stay grounded through the storms, whatever come. Again, the storms this Tower card is inherent to life. This isn't something you can control, okay? Yeah, and the Tower card is, I connected in with Scorpio. I also connected in with Aquarius because of the kind of like Uranus energy that's here of like unexpected change or transformation. So that's actually what's coming up here. And Scorpio is an archetype that speaks directly to change and transformation. So that's exactly it. It's like the Tower is life. Things are always going to be changing, bad or good, doesn't matter, okay? But I do feel like there is something here where it's like seeing yourself more clearly, seeing where your Hanged Man stuck, seeing where you can anchor into a deeper part of yourself for a more stable experience within this life and within your experience as you're going through it, whatever, you know, happens with this Tower card and the Three of Swords. This card. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, these are some tough cards, but I mean, this is a bit of a tough energy, but I do feel like you're able to make it through this. Yeah, and I do feel like, again, there's something here where this Page of Swords is coming through still really calmly. Like, again, your soul can handle this, can manage this, can weather this. That feels clear. But I just get the sense here that they're actually sending the Five of Pentacles through because of all the rain you're seeing. Do you see all that? Yeah, there's a lot of rain in that card. It's like coming down. Yeah, so again, they're just sending a lot of rain through for whatever reason, but it just feels like there's a wanting you to anchor within yourself, stabilize within yourself as that's kind of rolling through. And I feel like I see you kind of like moving to the ground. Are we ready for that? All right, let's talk about that part, Spirit. So why is whoever watching this, because I see you in this image, like you're in the sky, you're having a good time. I see you kind of flying in the air. Some of you are aware of the storm. Some of you aren't. Some of you are like, I don't really care. Yeah, and then I see you kind of going to the ground. What's going on with the ground? There's something on the ground here. This card. The World. Okay, so this is definitely coming through with an element of change here. Okay, this is also coming in because the World usually speaks to endings. Yeah, I just feel like there's an awareness that something is about to shift. Now, for some of you, this Tower card, again, isn't necessarily, it's really not coming through as a bad thing. It feels very mixed depending on who you are, okay? Even coming out with the Three of Swords, even if sometimes what happens, even if like good things come in, sometimes we can have grief around that because we're just not used to it, okay? So that's actually how this Tower feels very neutral. But it is some sort of change coming in that does lead to some kind of hard feelings here. And whether it is a good thing, you know, that's a change that you would welcome, or it's one that's, again, something that maybe you're having to like part ways from something, go a separate way, or again, just kind of create some distance. It feels like no matter what, it's ushering in some sort of change with this World card, because the World card, again, does speak to ending. So something is changing here. And yeah, it's really interesting. I was speaking about Aquarius and Scorpio, and both of those are represented on this card at the top here. So there is something around the kind of like fixed sign energy. It's almost like when you get too fixed on control, and then you know, life comes and says, hey, actually you don't have control of that at all, and that's okay, but you're meant to, like Four of Pentacles, find it deep within yourself to find that, you know, burrow deep within yourself to find that inner calm. This card. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. I really like that. This is the burrowing deep within yourself to find that inner calm. And also the Knight of Pentacles is a very like slow energy. It's a very like stable energy. This is where Spirit wants you. And it's almost like in this scene, what I'm seeing is you almost like flying to the ground, and then just, I don't know, you're suddenly not a bird and you can suddenly walk. I don't know, or like you're on the ground somehow here, and it's just like, it's almost like finding, I'm hearing finding cover, but it's not that strong. It's almost like, yeah, finding stable ground for yourself. I don't know, these two are coming in really linked here, the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, again, the Knight of Pentacles is moving towards maybe cover, maybe shelter. The Five of Pentacles does the same thing. There's like a shelter in this card. You can see that kind of inside there. It's almost like, let's get out of the storm. But the kind of shelter you want to find needs to be more stable. And I do feel like it's reflecting something within you. Yes. Okay, so what is with the shelter they're needing to find? I feel like part of this reading is a heads up for you. For some of you, this is a preparation. For some of you, you're already in this energy, and Spirit is just kind of confirming what you're going through and how to kind of navigate this energy. You want this card? Oh, we're really talking. So what's with the shelter? Is this upright? Okay, yeah. So this says mushroom. It says recycling. It says break down problems. Yeah, something's changing. This is coming through with the energy of the Alchemist. Yes, it is you taking this Three of Swords, this heartbreak, this grief, the feelings that are coming up as you navigate this unexpected shift or change, and you kind of like, I don't know, making it into something good, making it into something like nutritive for yourself, like mushrooms can be, okay? It's also interesting because the mushroom in this instance is coming through as like an umbrella of a shelter that's providing support, almost as if you would be standing underneath a mushroom, as an example. I don't know, that's what Spirit's saying. So it's kind of doing a couple of things at once. Okay. Yeah, and breaking down problems, especially if this tower for some of you is coming in with some sort of, like I said, heartbreak, breakup, distance. It feels like there's some sort of like bringing that into a different form for yourself at some point. So that way you're able to kind of rebuild differently next time. I'm almost seeing the mushroom kind of growing out of the decay here. Oh, very cool. Okay, so I have something coming in around growing and growing with others. Oh, I really like that. And just kind of like the mushroom does. The mushroom is part of you can see there's actually multiple mushrooms here, but kind of part of a network. Yes. Okay, so it may be important and helpful right now. I feel like this is part of the recommendation from Spirit. I'm getting 222 on the clock. This is part of the recommendation right now for you to also seek support within your networks, okay? Friends, family, others. So that will be helpful. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be growing that network, especially if this tower is coming in with a good change for you. For some of you, this is coming in with actually rapid expansion, how do I say that? Rapid expansive growth that kind of happens really quickly. And then again, there's still things you're having to process of like, well, why was it so hard before? Why is this happening now? Or Spirit really wants you to like move through any doubts you're having. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely an element of growth here. And I feel like no matter which situation you're in, whether it's again, something that is falling away of its own accord, again, showing you where we don't have control, both examples are things that we don't have control over, okay? But also, if you're also having instead an expansive kind of moment here, I feel like there's just this energy from Spirit of like really leaning on your network here, really reaching out to any or asking for support as you need it. That feels very clear. Okay, and don't like sit on it. That's what they're saying. This Temperance card. Don't sit on it. If you need help, get help. If you need additional support, get support. If you need to like talk to someone, just a friend or, you know, community member or a somatic therapist or a healer, like do it, okay? But it feels like Spirit's trying to give you some heads up of how to navigate this energy as it comes up, because it does feel like it feels very present. This tower feels very present. It's upcoming. We see it. I see you going to like seek some shelter. I feel like that's the right direction. I feel like the shelter you're seeking is kind of within yourself, again, to stabilize within yourself. Again, that Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles energy, to go ahead and move towards that direction, which is what the Knights do in tarot, okay? But wanting you to really, yeah, just know that you're gonna be okay here. You're absolutely gonna be okay, but this is just one of the kind of turns of life that comes up, and it shows us that we are in fact human. And part of our experience here is to go through the journey and the storyline that our soul is moving us through. Okay, so that feels very clear. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, that's the truth of it. Is there anything else? Yeah, you are definitely growing. This card? Two of Pentacles. I really like it. This is finding balance within yourself. See all these pentacles we keep getting? Yeah, this is all saying the same thing. It's saying finding balance within yourself, finding a way to stabilize in yourself, even as the outside world may be shifting or changing in any directions that tower brings with it. okay? But wanting you to kind of work with this Three of Swords that's coming up for you, okay? Because this feels like an internal sort of process with the Three of Swords, okay? Yeah, wanting you to really work with it and to really kind of just see what comes with it, to heal it. I'm getting some Star Tarot card energy, okay? And just know, I'm hearing you've got this. You've absolutely got this. Yes, oh my God, we have Temperance twice. And it is, yeah, it is all happening for a reason. That's what they're saying with this Temperance card. We now have Temperance twice, but that's what they're saying. I'm also seeing the like healing waters here. It's coming through as like healing waters. Also, you are like supported. Okay, do you see the storm in the background here in this card? Yeah, okay, so this is all, yeah, happening for like as it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, how it's supposed to, okay? But again, don't they're saying with the Five of Pentacles, just don't isolate yourself. Make sure you're reaching out, especially as you're processing that Three of Swords. Okay, is there anything else? All right, so I think, are we ready? All right, we're going to pull a final oracle card just to close out this reading. I hope this has been helpful so far. But yeah, I see you moving through this. I really do. You've absolutely got this. But it feels like, again, Spirit just wanted to give you some pointers here. So, are we ready? All right, final oracle card. I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card, and then we're going to read from the guidebook. Okay, 1 second. All right, I think I got the right card, as my dog's telling me. Yep, I definitely got the right card. Here we go. Okay, yep, totally. All right, it says release the petals. It says transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. I was talking about the Scorpio archetype, right? This is all of everything I was talking about with that tower energy. That's actually represented in this card. Transformation, death, rebirth, shedding, yeah. Okay, change. All right, so this is definitely the right one. Let's go ahead and read this. This is releasing the petals. Release the petals. Yeah, definitely. We have 222 coming through as an angel number for you. We also have the angel numbers 104 as well as 5, because those add up to 5. That's coming through really strongly. Angel number 5. Okay, so if you want to look any of those up, let's go to this one. This. There comes a moment where we can't go back. In a seemingly fleeting moment, the road that led us here is suddenly impossible to access. There's a sinking knowing that things will never be the same. A death, a birth, a loss, a growth, an ending, a discovery. No matter how hard you try, things are different now. You're different now. The world is different now. What's been seen can't be unseen. There's no going back. Something new beckons you forth. This is a card of change and transformation. Courage is required for the rebirth to happen. Abscission is the shedding of various parts of an organism, such as a plant dropping a leaf, flower, fruit, or seed. The rose hip knows, the phoenix does too, that we need to surrender what was to the earth to one day be transformed anew. We can grasp the petals of the past as the changing winds blow, but eventually we'll discover that change is coming, change is near, and change is already here. And while what once was is no longer, and what soon will be is not yet, it's time to release your petals to the wind with wild abandon for the chance to begin again. To offer what once was to the wind and let it nourish the seeds within. It's time to surrender so the transformation can happen. Had the rose not released its petals, the rose hip would not have come to be. When we gather the courage to release what was, we're greeted by the fruits of the future. And the soul inquiry is, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Yeah, this is everything we talked about today. And especially I was talking about with that kind of crown on this tower card. Again, there's an element here of control, of grasping, of clinging. to something, and it feels like, you know, life is coming in to make a change. Okay, again, doesn't matter, good, bad, indifferent. Again, to spirit, it's neutral, okay? Because no matter what, it leads to your growth. So I hope this reading has been helpful for you, and I hope it's given you a bit of a heads up of what's to come and or what some of you may be navigating through. Yeah, feel free, if you feel like this reading resonated with you, feel free to give it a like. That lets me know this found you on time. If you feel like the frequency of this channel really resonates with you, feel free to subscribe to this tarot channel. If you'd like a personal reading with me, that's in the description box below. And I also do have a Patreon membership for those of you who are working through your actively working through your healing journey. I have a Patreon membership where I do weekly readings for a smaller group, that these readings are specifically attuned to your healing and to give you information on what progress you've made as well as what's upcoming for the week. So if you'd like to check that out, I have the Patreon page below. You can even look at some of the readings I've already done. And I've actually opened up one-time purchase. So if you'd like to actually sample one before you kind of sign up for the membership, feel free to do that. Again, it's a cancel anytime. But yeah, I'm grateful that you were here and kind of watching this, and I hope this reading has been helpful for you. I'm definitely wishing you a lot of kind of anchoring within self and inner stability as you navigate the kind of winds of change that are coming. All right, well, I will see you at our next reading. Thanks for joining me. All right, bye for now.